standing in the spot where Kristi Noem was supposed to come. Before she chickened out and flew back to Washington, D.C. Let me tell you what you already know. Why her cruelty and cowardice and incompetence is so dangerous for our country. On a day when our office is dealing with people who are scared of being deported, scared of being torn away from their families, scared of a country that used to believe in due process, feeling terrorized by this real ID system that we see every day. They don't know what to expect. They don't know if they're going to be with their families. Instead of dealing with this issue on the day that they've implemented this deadline, instead of doing her job, she is traveling around doing vanity stops to make political hits instead of doing her job. She's weaponized the real ID system, which was meant, by the way, to make us a safer country, allegedly. She's weaponized it to instill fear and heartache and pain and agony across the state of Illinois and across the country. And when I think about Kristi Noem, tragically I think about the very worst of what this country has come to symbolize. When I think about my parents who came to this country as two immigrants who believed in the promise of America, who've worked really hard to create a better society, a better state. And I think about this monster Donald Trump, and I think about these dangerously incompetent and cruel people like Kristi Noem, who instead of focusing on leadership and helping others and welcoming people, they're scaring the shit out of people and sending them to other countries without due process. And I will just tell you, the combination of cowardice, incompetence, and cruelty is a very scary mix. So while I'm glad she's not here, we need to step up as a society, as a country, as a democracy, to monsters like Kristi Noem, who don't care about people, who don't care about making this world a better place, who instill fear and division and terror in everyday people who have done nothing wrong. I will tell you one anecdote. 2 days ago, we were at the Real ID Supercenter, and I met a young lady who had 2 little kids, and I have 4 little kids of my own. One was about 9 months, the other one was about 3 years old. And she waited 3 hours to get a Real ID that she didn't need. And when I saw her face, I saw nothing but fear and horror. Here's a woman who's done nothing fucking wrong in her whole life except for provide for her family, work 2 jobs, and try to be a loving mother just to make sure her kids had an opportunity to have a life that she never will have. And she's not bitter. She works hard. She has a smile on her face. But she's waiting in line for something that she doesn't need because of the headlines and the terror that this administration has caused. What has happened to our country? What has happened? What has happened to Washington, D.C.? So we need everyone now more than ever to step up, to stand up, to fight back against the cruelty and the horror that's coming out of Washington, D.C. So I'm here to fight alongside with you. I want to thank you for being here. History will judge all of us as those who stood up, who fought back, and said enough is enough. Thank you for being here. Thank you for kicking Kristi Noem's ass out of Springfield. That's so good.